Tai'Aysha, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing to meet you. I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm not as cool as you, but I'm working on it. I'm getting there. So give me a little bit of time. So I'm
No,
asking.
I was saying, I don't know if you heard me, but I'm like, I love the vest tie combo. Like, it's very dapper.
I am a huge fan of your work. I'm not gonna look. I'm not even capping. Like I'm not gonna say I am, but I might just be the first guy to play "Sorry" in Columbus, Ohio. Just saying, might be.
Oh my
You didn't hear that from me. I'm just throwing it out there.
God. No, you are. It was you. You did it.
It's a great record.
I've been wanting to go to Ohio.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. You're from
Yeah.
Boston, right?
Yes, I am. I'm from Massachusetts. But you know what else is very funny and kind of embarrassing to admit?
Yeah.
I have no idea where Ohio is.
That's
Like, I
okay.
don't
I
know
don't.
where it's next to. I feel like it's in the middle, right?
It is in the middle. We'll go with in the middle. In the middle's good.
At least I got that right.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So
Mhm.
hey Tai'Aysha, what I like to do when I meet someone new, we of course know you for your music. We know you for the stuff we see, in a public setting. But I want to get to know you as a person. And basically what I do is I go to the people that rock with me and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna talk to Tai'Aysha and I want you to ask her questions that has nothing to do with anything we've seen on YouTube or anything, right? And
Okay.
so I called this segment "Raise Your Hand." So I said, "Hey, raise your hand if you have a question for Tai'Aysha." So these
Okay.
are questions that need these are real people that need your real advice on stuff that has zero to do with music. Okay.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. First question comes from my girl Amanda. Amanda said, "My mom just got her very first smartphone ever, and she keeps calling me, asking me how to use it. It's so annoying. I told her to watch YouTube tutorials, but she's not doing it. She only calls me like I'm her help desk or something.
Mhm.
So, how do I get her to stop calling me and go do a YouTube tutorial?"
Well, Amanda, I know that it might be frustrating, but that's your mother. She taught you everything you know. She taught you how to speak. She cooked for
Mm-hmm.
you. She
Mm-hmm.
taught you how to even use the bathroom. So you could teach
Right.
her how to use your phone. And using the phone isn't hard. Go sit with her for a day, write stuff down for her, really show her the ropes, and
That's
that's
a
it.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, really be like, she taught me something.
Yeah.
I teach her something stupid like a phone.
That's fair. That's fair. So make her like a little cheat sheet, and that way she doesn't have to call all the time. I
Mm-hmm.
like it. I like it. Talk to me about Rob. Rob said, "I work virtually 100%. There's a girl I have a crush on who I always see in our Zoom meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And she just casually said, I just broke up with my boyfriend. So how do I make the move, but also keep it professional at the same time? Or is
Oh,
there a way?"
oh my gosh. I mean, I'm a really hard person to ask about this because
Mm-hmm.
I hate mixing business with pleasure. But for me personally, right, if you only see somebody on Zoom
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they talk like once a week or twice a
Mm-hmm.
week, and
Right.
out of those times, she's like, me and my boyfriend broke up, then maybe
Right.
already like telling Rob to like slide in. So,
Yeah.
maybe you'll just be like, hey, I don't want to be inappropriate or anything, but if you ever need somebody to talk to, I just recently went through a bad breakup too, do something like that. Or he
Mm-hmm.
could be like, there's this girl, Tai'Aysha, she just put out a breakup song. It's called Sorry.
There
And
you
if you
go.
listen to it, you'll probably feel better. So if he just slides with the link, then, maybe it'll have her, it'll put her bad beat on and she'll be like, damn, Rob really like, he got insight. He knows what the girl's like.
Yeah. And we got in the record plug at the same time. You're a pro, Ty. You're a pro. I
No,
love
that
it.
was honesty.
No, I love it. That's great. Last one from Larissa. Larissa said, "I have a meal prep business. My husband just started using Canva and he's not really good, but he's trying. So he created these little flyers for me and he's been posting them, but the flyers are kind of amateur and cheap looking. So I feel like it makes my business look cheap. How
Mhm.
do I say thanks, but no thanks?"
It's her husband.
Yeah.
Okay, so she don't even got to worry about really hurting his feelings because that's her
Hmm.
husband. they're married. So she could be like, babe, like, you know, I'm so in love with you and everything, and I think you're great. But the flyers, they're a little corny. I think we need a little bit more work. And then she could sit with him, right?
Okay.
And be like, this could be better. I don't know, like the font, like really work with him. Because none of us are good at anything that we start right out the gate.
Right.
But if she says, like, if there's certain things that she don't like, she could sit with him and fix it. And then they'll both get better together.
So you think because they're married and they already have that bond, if you will, that the, how should I say this? The feelings are not, they shouldn't be as sensitive. Is that what you're saying?
No, not that. I just think there shouldn't be a problem with being honest.
Being honest. Okay.
Feelings with your husband or your wife.
Okay. So clear communication is the key, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like if I was married, right? And my husband was like, you know what, Tai'Aysha, I really don't like the way you're doing your makeup lately. I would be like, what is it about my makeup? You know what I mean? Because that's my husband. Like, I'm not, you know, worried about anything else that anybody else is doing.
That's not just somebody.
Yeah. It's not just somebody. So that's somebody that you could actually take the opinion from.
You actually care about what they think, as opposed to somebody who on the Instagram or be like, your makeup's whack or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel it. Okay. I like it. So Tai'Aysha, we of course are, just getting familiar with you. You had the record with Saweetie earlier this year, I think, right?
Yeah, in February.
Yeah, is it the One Night Ting? Is that right? Did I remember that? That record. So my wife, as you see, she's right here. She is Trinidadian and Guyanese.
Oh,
and
she's
thank you. She and I have a collective love of Caribbean soca, that type of thing. I love that you bring that vibe. I love that you bring in this, if I remember correctly, you're half Cambodian, is that correct?
Yeah.
So my uncle, when I was a kid, used to take his family to Cambodia on mission trips. So we're familiar with that area as well. So but we really, my wife and I were listening to your song when we first heard it, and she's like, this girl is the next one. And I'm just I just gotta ask you, because I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, but have people told you sound just like Lady Gaga? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All the time.
I'm totally kidding. I knew you knew what I was going to say. So, in your opinion, the rumor is that they're trying to replace Rihanna with you. Set the record straight. What's your thoughts?
She could never be replaced. You know what I mean? Like that's the woman. She's a legend.
Yeah.
And to even be compared to somebody like that is really such an honor.
Yeah.
But, I'm really just a girl.
Okay.
Trying to, I'm doing something that I love. Trying to make my way. And that's
simple.
it.
That's simple. Yeah. I love it. So since we are still writing your Wikipedia, if you will, write your wiki. What do you want people to know? Who is Tai'Aysha?
Tai'Aysha is just the realest girl you will ever know.
How so?
Like, I'm real to a fault. I'm just super honest. I'm really upfront about the things that I say and I think. I can't fake anything for anybody. And sometimes that comes to bite me in the ass. But really that's wrapped up. I'm just, I'm just me.
So you're basically just a very open, honest person to a fault, like you say. Why do you think it's, there's a lot of conversation about, there's like I dated a girl who's a Scorpio, right? And they said, well, it's a Scorpio thing, or it's a, this or that kind of thing. What is it about you and maybe your upbringing or just who you are as a person that put you on that place, as opposed to someone who can, hear feedback and kind of brush it under the rug and hold it back till later? Why is it that you're honest to a fault?
Because, okay, for my upbringing, right? Here's one thing about me that I've been hearing a lot, and I hear a lot kind of like in my relationships.
Okay.
They say that I'm too confident. that I make,
Hmm.
you know, people feel insecure,
Hmm.
that I just, you
Interesting.
know, very kind of out there and very like boldly me. That makes
Okay.
people feel, you know, a type of way, but that's
Hmm.
just the way that I was raised.
Hmm.
All the women in my family, they're very confident, they're very outspoken, they're very sexy, you know, we love to dress up and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So I think that um, that's something that is ingrained in me.
Hmm. I love
Mhm.
it. So it comes from your upbringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. I think that you know, our society is more and more gradually embracing the confident woman. And I think it's a beautiful thing, you know. And talk to me about, speaking of, talk to me about Sorry. I know you had mentioned this was about a real story, something you actually, if I heard correctly, you sent this to the guy you wrote the story about, and then his mom, who makes amazing potato salad, said, "Baby, I miss you. I need you to come back."
Yeah.
Um, tell, tell me a little bit about you know, how it happened, especially what she put in a potato salad. I'm kidding. You know,
I wish
what a
I knew too.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
You know, tell me a little bit about Sorry.
Well, you know, Sorry is really like, it's an unapologetic record.
Hmm.
You know, when you go through a breakup and everything just feels terrible, you
Yeah.
feel bad about yourself. Whoever you broke up with, they're telling you all these things about yourself. And
Hmm.
maybe, you know, you're thinking, was I not enough? Was I this, that, and the third? Where did I do wrong?
Right.
Um, so then you take that time. You take that time to really be heartbroken. And the song Sorry is about when you finally snap back into place.
Mm.
And
Okay.
you're, you know what? After all this time being sad, but building myself back up and falling in love with myself again,
Hmm.
now that I'm at this place, I bet you're sorry you don't have me no more. I bet
I
you're
love it.
sorry that you left and you're not around and you can't even experience the things that I have going on now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I love
it's
it.
one of those records.
What do you think it is about a person that um causes them to hold on to those feelings? You know what I mean? We all experience heartbreak and we process it differently. What is it that you think is gets a person to that place where they can speak like you spoke in Sorry?
What gets them to that place, like what helps them heal?
Yeah, why is it that a person holds on, and how do they get from that holding on to a place where they're more confident and they can say what you said in the song?
People hold on because, you know, it's hard to move on. You know, the world is
Mhm.
like a cold place, and you know, when you leave somebody or you're out of a relationship, then you're all alone. So you know you're scared. So as
Mm.
time progresses and stuff, then you could be like, oh, you get used to not being around them. And
Mm.
then
Yeah.
from there, you're like, now I only have time for me, really.
Mhm.
So what do I do? Like, either, you know, maybe you start working out. Maybe you start getting more spiritually inclined. Maybe
Yeah.
you start going for new hobbies or you start for new jobs and stuff. And really, you just learn by not loving somebody else or, you know, somebody else letting you go,
Mhm.
how to re-fall in love with yourself again.
Mm. I love it. It's all
That,
about, yeah.
yeah.
It's all about the what how you feel inside, and it's that relationship you have with yourself. Yeah, I love it. That's beautiful. You know, along those lines, when I whether it's on the radio, whether it's, you know, some type of digital platform, what have you, I always want to do my best to uh, when I have a conversation with somebody, leave them in a more empowered place, in a better place than I ever could. So if there's one piece of it, I call it my love note. If there's one piece of advice you could give to someone to empower their life for the better, for all time, does in any situation, what would your love note be, Tai'Aysha?
My love note for anybody listening would be to be yourself,
Hmm.
spread as much love as you can,
Hmm.
free up, and just have fun.
Hmm.
Just have as much fun as you can,
Hmm.
and
I
don't
love
care
it.
what they say.
I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Social media platforms, please. How do we tap in with you?
Okay, so everywhere it's just at Tai'Aysha, Taiaysha, except for Twitter, it's at Tai'Aysha Mommy. Whoop, whoop. Scream sorry or be sorry. And that's really it.
Aside from sorry, I mean, what else can we expect from you, moving forward?
Tons. I mean, I have
Tons. I
tons
love
of
it.
in the vault, yeah. And I'm always constantly working on music. Like if you look right behind me,
Yeah,
studio.
there it is. Yeah, I
So,
see it.
I'm always working.
I love
I'm just
it. Like,
excited to share more with the world.